So I hope you have got the printout with you. If not, that's fine. But it is better to have a printout of all the stotras so that you can mark certain rules of chanting.
How many pages do these come up to, Kate?
I know actually some of them are quite bigger. Let's see. Otherwise, you have to just, note somewhere in your notebook. Because according to the anuswaras, the pronunciation changes and
Yeah.
visargas.
Mhm.
The aim is to chant correctly without making mistakes. But one should not have that fear in mind that what if I commit mistakes while chanting? It's always, if you know, what is the right way of pronunciation, it's always better to follow that. Okay. So we will begin. Keep your call on mute. At any point, if you want to ask or have question, you can raise your hand. Okay. But that's why I'm not able to see you all. Just give me one moment.
It might be minimized your window.
Okay. That's what I was trying to.
Yeah. If you click on that grid, like those squares, then.
Okay, let me see who all are there first. Okay, so I can see Sonal, Penny, Wendy, Dimple, Dolores, Devika, Deepalakshmi, Anisha, Vidya, Vrindavani, Preeti. Great. Nice to see you all.
Lots of new faces.
Yes. I hope they continue to see
Let's hope
throughout
so.
the year.
Let's hope so.
Okay, we'll just give a few more minutes for people to join in. So how many of you feel inclined towards Devi Upasana? Okay. So can you just, you can either put it in the chat box or you can unmute yourself, and if you want to share anything, you can feel free to share that why and how you feel inclined towards
Hello, Ketki.
Devi energy. Yes. Yes, Anisha.
Are you able to hear me? Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Kate,
Do
you
you
may
want to
have...
say anything, Anisha, about?
No, I just wanted to check. How are you going to make it a full screen?
Yes, Miss, I'm going to share the screen later. It is
Uh,
actually shared. See, I will
It's a bit
then.
off. It's a bit off screen at the moment, Kate.
yeah.
Okay, I know. But then, afterwards, what I will do is make it a full screen so that you will able to
Yeah, that's what.
see it. Sorry, I'm not very techno-friendly.
Hi, Ketki. Mayura.
Mayura, okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I have that link that you have. I've got it open. So
Mm-hmm.
I can just read from there, right?
Yes.
So it's
So,
that particular page we are reading.
yes. Today we are
Okay.
going to just cover Saptashloki Durga, which has 7 verses. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Hmm?
Thank you.
So, just tell me, everyone, do you want me to share the screen here?
Yeah, it's better, I think.
Better. Okay.
Yeah, if
That's
you.
fine.
I mean,
No
you
problem.
have shared the screen, but it's just not a full screen. It's just.
When I make this full screen, Zoom, then my share page disappears somewhere.
Oh.
Oh, it shouldn't.
Is it now visible?
Yeah, it's
It's
better.
better.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah?
better now. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes.
better. Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
bit
yeah.
small.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's
you're
better. Can
able
read
to read.
fast too.
Yeah.
It's better this
Why
way.
I'm sharing this link particularly because those who can't read the Sanskrit lyrics, it has got the English transliteration. Okay.
Just another point, Key, before we
Mm-hmm.
start. I thought maybe if you assured people that they could leave their videos on, their screens on, but they will not show up. The faces do not show up in your
No,
recorded.
that's okay. You know.
Okay, because they may think that, their faces are on the recorded program, but they're not, which I was happy to find out.
Okay. No, it's up to the participants, but my recommendation is to keep your video on so that we feel connected with each other. But if you feel that you don't want to be seen in the recording later, your video, then you can keep your video off. But try to keep your call on mute so there is no disturbance. Okay, that's fine. So what we started discussing is why and how you felt inclined towards Devi energy or Upasana. Do you want to just quickly share anything from your side? Why you're here, basically.
I mean, I have started it in a few years back.
Mm,
And after, particularly when I lost both my parents in COVID,
mhm,
and that gave me some sort of, um, calmness or
mm,
that
mm,
spiritual connection brought
mm,
me back into the
mm,
reality, I would say.
mm,
And
mm.
since then, I'm more inclined towards this.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, very nice. But you felt that it helped you to come out of your grief.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Because it was just losing both parents within 15
yes,
days. That was a big, big trauma.
correct, correct.
And that helped me a lot. So since then, I've been connected
Yes,
with
so
this
yes,
Durga.
so
Yeah.
whatever you do it as your practice, first of all, you should feel connected with that deity or that energy. But in case even it is not so, you should not stop. Whatever is coming in your mind and you feel like doing it, somewhere you need to start without much thinking about what benefit or what result I'm going to get out of this. Because the process itself is more transformative in nature. Now, when it comes to chanting, now chanting of what? What we are doing, chanting of certain suktas or stotras, as I have mentioned earlier in the post on the group, that this activity itself, divine chant, started during COVID. Yeah. So actually, when there was complete chaos and no one has clue what's going to happen. And in fact, we were getting much time on our hands. And I'm very happy to share this here that some of the participants in this group, they are very committed and very regular, like Wendy, Penny. There are few more participants right from day one. They have attended every single session, and this is commendable. Nowadays, even if something is free of cost, people are not committed. It is nothing about whether the activity is paid or free, but it is your own inner, what we call it as discipline, or what is your commitment from your side. And that's why I really appreciate that they have not missed a single session since now. We have started with simple 10 Shanti mantras. Then we covered Bhagavad Gita, not the whole one, but few verses related to Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Raja Yoga. Then we covered Shri Suktam, then Vishnu Sahasranam, Lalita Sahasranam, Patanjali Yoga Sutras. They were 195 in numbers. Uh, with a lot of heavy philosophy in it. Not necessarily everyone, feel like listening to it, but it's quite interesting. Why we are doing this? Because it gives us direction. We all are so much occupied in our, day-to-day routine, busy lifestyles, our jobs, our career, our household responsibilities. We are not only trying to make our careers, but also we are worried about how our children are going to, grow up and how they are going to settle in their lives. So our minds are occupied with many things. And everyone wants that stability in life, materialistically, financially. That is, yes, very much need of everyone's life. But now, if some of you are new to this and new to me, because I am in the field of yoga, I see that everyone is quite settled, good, well settled in their life. But still, they are not 100% happy and content. Why? Can you just share your thoughts here? Why still we say that we feel not complete, something is lacking, and we feel that I still want to achieve something. I still want to have something so that I will be happy. Are you with me? Do you think like this? Do you feel like this?
I think the social, the pressure is the biggest enemy of our
Okay.
thoughts. This is
But
my
then,
thinking.
Devika, if there is a social pressure, we are falling prey to it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Then we cannot change the world. First of
No.
all, we cannot change the world. But what we can do, we can only change
Change ourselves.
and improve ourselves. And if we can do so, then we cannot feel that social pressure anymore. Isn't it?
Agree. Yeah.
So, what I observed or observing that because the way we have been educated, we have always been educated in such a way that you should get, good education, good job, good career, and you should settle. In one aspect only we got developed, but we all know what was the type of education given back in India. It was the Gurukula system, where the students got exposed to not only learning the Paravidya. Paravidya means what? Whatever you need to live your day-to-day life, your earnings. कि आपका पेट कैसे भरे, how you can fill your plate every day. But what is completely taken out from our education is the spiritual aspect. Now, if we can bring only 1% of sadhana or spiritual practice in our lives, I think that what is lacking right now will be, come into its place, and our lives will be much more meaningful, purposeful, happy, and we are spiritually, what we can say, I am not getting that word,
Awaken.
awaken, and that lacking is complete, basically. And why the whole world is going through stress and anxiety and sleeping disorders and some or the other health issues, especially the mental health issue. Why much of the people are going through this? Because of that 1% of absence of the spirituality. If we bring in that, I think that that's a good balance. And that's why any kind of spiritual practice means it may be reading a scripture. Now, if I ask, how many of you read any scripture? Raise your hand.
I mean,
Okay.
It's not regular actually, you know, very sometimes on, sometimes off. So yeah, there's no commitment is what it is.
So I think we are lacking in our commitments or, discipline. Or first of all, if we all are facing any challenges in the current life, congratulate yourself, because that is the starting point where you will feel need of some spiritual practice. Take it as a positive, or take it positively instead of why me, why I am facing these difficulties and challenges. The divinity gives those challenges because there is some reason behind it. If we take it that way, then we might face them more effortlessly. Okay. So coming back to Durga Saptashati. Durga Saptashati. Sapta is the 7 and Shati is the 100. So 700 verses in this great scripture, which is there in Markandeya Purana. But now, if you think of reading the entire Durga Saptashati, the 700 verses, no one is going to have that much of time. But at many places, many people chant this. It is also called as Chandi Path or Devi Mahatmya, especially during Navratri. So what I thought of doing is, instead of going through the entire scripture, I have selected 10 stotras from the great epic. If we divide this Durga Saptashati into 3 sections, this divine feminine energy manifests in 3 forms: Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, and Mahasaraswati. Now, if we think of night time, we all sleep, correct? We are not awake. We are in a sleeping or sleep state or dream state, which is overpowered with tamas, the guna tamas. And Mahakali is that energy which helps us for awakening. Devika has used that word, awakening. So if we are in deep sleep, philosophically, if we try to understand this, we are in deep ignorance, avidya. So there is 2 types of, or we can say 3 types of vidya. The first is avidya, complete darkness, ignorance. Then Paravidya, which we, either some are doctors, engineers, architect, some or the other. This is Paravidya. And what is Aparavidya? Which is beyond it. Sorry, Aparavidya and Paravidya is beyond it. So Paravidya is about the energy which is of the highest form. So that awakening starts. So even if we are going through problems, challenges, difficulties, why we have to take it positively? Because that's the opportunity for awakening, where Mahakali is in its active manifestation. And then is Mahalakshmi. She is the force, she is the energy which helps to overcome the sense of ego, ahankara or asmita. What is that ahankara and asmita? We can understand this in two perspectives. The first one, whatever we do, we have the attitude of doership, that I am the doer. And if I am doing it, I should get the rewards. And I am the enjoyer. That is called as ahankara here. And what is asmita? That I am deeply identified with my body and mind. Beyond that, for me, it is very difficult to understand. If my existence is beyond body and mind, who am I? I don't know yet. So the power or force of Mahalakshmi helps to overcome ahankara and asmita. And finally, if we surrender the ego, the ahankara, what is the result? We surrender. If we go beyond this sense of I amness or ego or I am body, I am mind, then comes the complete surrender. And when surrender happens, Sharanagati happens, Mahasaraswati bless that sadhaka or that person with wisdom and her grace. Okay, so the entire Durga Saptashati is divided into these three sections. The section of Mahakali, Mahalakshmi and Mahasaraswati, and how they fight the battles and destroy different demons. Chandamunda, Shumbha Nishubha, Mahishasura. We have heard all these stories of Devi. So these demons are nothing but the various negative forces within us, isn't it? So she destroys the sense of ego. She destroys the sense of pride. She destroys the greed. She destroys, whatever you think of, negativity. So that force we are trying to activate within us. If it is dormant right now within us, by chanting these stotras, and if we take this as our upasana, as our sadhana, the first thing happens is self-purification. What is self-purification? The purification in our words, in our body, and in our chitta. And the purification will lead to transformation, and inner transformation will lead to self-surrender. Okay, so with this, we will begin with our first stotra of Durga Saptashati, which is called as Saptashloki Durga. Now here it has got only 7 verses, but taken from different chapters of Durga Saptashati. Now Devi is so kind. She has given this Saptashloki Durga to Lord Shiva, because not everyone can chant the entire scripture. Let me give them the gist of it. So those will chant Saptashloki Durga will get the benefit of chanting entire Durga Saptashati. Okay? So please keep your call on mute. Generally, we begin our sessions with the invocation mantras. So I'm going to chant these invocation mantras. Sit comfortably wherever you are. Close your eyes. Keep your back straight Adopt chin mudra, that is, join your index finger and thumb together and place them on your thighs. As you close your eyes, observe yourself. How do you feel in your body? How do you feel in your mind? What energy do you feel at the moment? Is it very dull? Or you feel active, motivated? Or are you in a complete blissful state? Whatever it is, do not react upon it. Just witness it. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. Connect with your breath. Now let's invoke the deities, the Lord Ganesha, and all the three Devis which we just discussed. I'm going to chant the mantras. Listen and enjoy. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Ganana Antva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtharajan Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashruṇvannu Tibhissida Sadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhīnāma Vitrявatu Āno Divo Bruhatah Parvatādā Saraswati Yajatā Gantu Yajñam Havan Devi Jujushāṇā Ghritāchi Shagman no Vachamushati Shrunotu Om Katyayanaaya Vidmahe Kanyakumari Dhimahi Tanno Durgif Prachodayat Om Mahalakshmischa Vidmahe Vishnupatni cha Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmih Prachodayat Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now gently brush your palms on each other. Place them on your eyes and feel the warmth. Give gentle massage all over your face. And with few blinks, whenever you feel, slowly open your eyes. Okay. So these are the invocation mantras, and some of them were the Gayatri mantras. So when we begin any new activity, we always take blessings of Lord Ganesha. So the first mantra was about him. The second one about Goddess Saraswati. And the last two or the middle two mantras were the Gayatris of Durga and Lakshmi. And then we chanted the Shanti mantra, Om Sahana Bhavatu. So it is about whenever a group of people start with any activity, they should do it with mutual understandings, with cooperation, without having any, difference of opinions or, mm, hatred or any kinds of difficulties, and they should succeed in their activity, and what everyone is looking for, they should get that purpose out of the activity. So these mantras were all about this, and now we'll begin with the Saptashloki Durga. The general practice is I chant it, and then you can and we repeat it twice. So we always repeat every sentence or word 2 times. Why I suggested to have a printout, or if you don't have printout, you can just mention somewhere in the diary or a notebook. What happens is, these are mantras, or these are the stotras, where we will try our best to chant correctly. So how we are pronouncing each syllable is very important. Whenever we do the chanting as a sadhana, there is a vak shuddhi, our pronunciation improves. And because of vak shuddhi, there is chitta shuddhi and sharira shuddhi. This happens simultaneously. There are certain rules of chanting. Whenever there are certain changes, I will keep mentioning them. So you keep note of that. So here we start. Keep everyone your call on mute. Atha Saptashloki Durga. So you can repeat twice. Atha Saptashloki Durga. Atha Saptashloki Durga. Shiva Uvacha. Devi Tvam Bhakta Sulabhe. Devi Tvam Bhakta Sulabhe. Devi Tvam Bhakta Sulabhe. Sarvakarya Vidhaini. Sarvakarya Vidhaini. Kalau hi karya siddhyartham. Kalau hi karya siddhyartham. Upayam bruhi yatnatah. Upayam bruhi yatnatah. So here, Shiva is asking, O Devi, you are easily accessible to devotees and the accomplisher of all tasks. Please tell me earnestly the means for achieving success in all endeavors during the Kali Yuga. Now, this Kali Yuga here is very important to think about. In Kali Yuga, there are certain deities which can be easily pleased. So one of them is Devi, or Kala Bhairava, or Hanumana, Lord Krishna. These are certain deities in Kali Yuga. So as there are 4 yugas, the Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga, the quality of a human being is very different. In Satya Yuga, no one used to talk. No need of language, no need of speech. Because only through the meditative states, everything is dealt. So if you imagine the Satya Yuga, you can imagine everyone was Rishi and Rishika. All were in meditative states. Then comes the Treta Yuga. There is deterioration in the consciousness. The consciousness has stepped down. If it is at the very top level, then it has come down. Then it got where a lot of, tapascharya. You must have heard the penance was at peak. So by doing tapascharya, people used to achieve back to that state of oneness, which is called as the state of yoga. And then comes the Dwapar Yuga, where the importance of Havan and Yajna. Yajna was the main thing, the Karma Kanda, the rituals. Everyone used to do different types of yajnas. If you want anything, you do this yajna and you will get that. Right? So by that means, people used to achieve the highest state of consciousness. And then came the Kali Yuga, the most deteriorated state of consciousness. We have become all, more materialistically oriented in the external world. We keep satisfying our senses all the time. Yeah. So in Kali Yuga, what is that? By doing, we can achieve the highest state of consciousness, or we can achieve the state of yoga. That's what Shiva is asking to Devi. Then Devyuvacha, Devyuvacha, Shrunu Deva Pravakshami. There is a little change in the tune. Sometimes I go back to the Bhagavad Gita tune, but okay, let me play this. So even in this, you will find this.
देव्युवाच शृणुदेव प्रवक्ष्यामि कलौ सर्वेष्टसाधनम्
Shrunudev pravakshami, Shrunudev pravakshami, Kalau sarveshta sadhanam, Kalau sarveshta sadhanam, Maya tavaiva snehena, Maya tavaiva snehena, Pyamba stutif prakashyate. Pyamba stutif prakashyate. Now, if you hear carefully, there is a visarga coming. Stutihi prakashyate. So, the Vedic rule is whenever there is a visarga, means these two dots, or in English script, the h sound of visarga, stutihi, followed by the syllable pra. Whenever it is followed by pa or pra, the visarga sound changes to f. So I am not going to say stutihi prakashyate, but what I am going to say, stutif, f sound, stutif prakashyate. Maya tavaiva snehena pyamba stutif prakashyate. Okay, let's repeat these two verses again. Shiva uvacha Devi tvam bhakta sulabhe sarvakarya vidhaini kalau hi karya siddhyartham upayam bruhi yatnatah. Devyuvacha Shrunudev pravakshami Kalau sarveshta sadhanam Maya tavaiva snehena Vyamba stutif prakashyate. So what Devi is saying? The Devi said, O Deva, I shall speak about the means to achieve all desires in the Kali Yuga. How we can reach the highest state of consciousness? Only if we can fulfill all our desires first. Mukti is not possible without bhukti. We are not here sannyasis, correct? We haven't uh, left back our household duties. So, how by doing this or by remaining in the household, doing our duties, doing our responsibilities, how we can fulfill all our desires? When they get fulfilled, then only we can be liberated. Otherwise, mukti, liberation, moksha is not possible. Correct? Why we all are here? Because we had desires. To fulfill those desires, we have taken this birth. If we die without fulfilling these desires, definitely we are going to come back again. And that's how we keep on doing this, or the cycle of birth and death, this chakra goes on. Death is just the pause, it is not the end. Death is just changing the bodies from one body to other. The soul travels, correct? So, she is going to help us in fulfilling all our desires, because Kali Yuga is dominated with all the desires. We want one desire is fulfilled, another is created. There is no end to the desires. But still, Devi is giving us those means, those ways to fulfill them. So, out of love for you alone, this hymn of praise to the Divine Mother is being revealed. All this Upasana is very guhya, is very secretive. But out of compassion, these deities reveal those sadhanas only for the betterment for the human kind. Now comes the next one. Any stotra has got its rishi and its chanda, in which meter that stotra is. So here, Om Asya Shri Durga Saptashloki Stotramahamantrasya Om Asya Shri Durga Saptashloki Stotramahamantrasya. So it is a Mahamantra. Narayana Rishihi. Now when this Devi was revealing this Mahamantra, who was the mantra drashta? Is Narayana Rishi. Anuštubhadini chandamsi. Anuštub chandaha. The meter in which this Mahamantra is designed is Anuštub. But there are some other chandas as well, and that's why it is not only Anuštub chandaha, but it is Anuštubhadini. Adini means some more chandas are also there. Chandamsi. Now, this Mahamantra is about whom? Which deities? Shri Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswatyo Devataha. Shri Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswatyo Devataha. Shri Durga Prityartham. Shri Durga Prityartham. Saptashloki Durga Pathe. Saptashloki Durga Pathe Viniyogaha. Viniyogaha. So this recitation of Durga Saptashati is intended for pleasing whom? Shri Durga. Okay, so for her, for pleasing her, for seeking her blessings, for seeking her grace, we are doing the pathana, the chanting of this Maha Mantra. Okay, now the first verse. Jnaninaamapi chetamsi, Jnaninaamapi chetamsi, Devi Bhagavati Hisa, Devi Bhagavati Hisa, Baladakrushya Mohaya, Baladakrushya Mohaya, Mahamaya Prayachati, Mahamaya Prayachati. So what does this mean? Even the minds of the wise and the learned ones, the Divine Mother Bhagavati, who is indeed the great Maya, the divine illusion, forcefully attracts and subjects to delusion. Jnani, who is a Jnani? Who is on the path of sadhana. In a simple word, who is a sadhak, who is a seeker, who is a spiritual aspirant. That is a Jnani. Even if he doesn't have any knowledge of Aparavidya, he is not educated at all, he is illiterate. But still he is Jnani because he is a seeker. Seeker of what? Seeker of moksha. Okay. Now, even to that person, now here we can see three names: Devi, Bhagavati, and Mahamaya. Who is Devi? The effulgent being, Prakashaman. Any highest principle is represented as bright light, is Devi. Who is Bhagavati? Who is Bhagavan? Who has 6 bhagas, that is the qualities: Shri, Yasha, Jnana, Virya, Vairagya, and Aishwarya. In its fullest form, we also have these qualities, but in some percentage. So what is the difference between a human being and a Devi or a Bhagavan? Is this, that these 6 qualities, if you want to write, I will repeat: Shri, Yasha, Jnana, Virya, Vairagya, and Aishwarya. In its fullest form. Not half, not some part, but in its full form. And who is Mahamaya? This is very interesting. The greatest delusion. The one who grants grace and gives liberation, the same principle creates the greatest illusion. What is that illusion? That we all say, I am Ketki, I am Anisha, I am Dimple, I am Devika, I am Wendy. No, we are beyond that. But right now, where we are trapped? In this limited identity. And Devi herself, Mahamaya herself, forcefully brings the minds of a sadhaka into this great illusion, into this world in which we are living. So she does all the maya, all the illusion upon us. Balada, forcefully, she brings our mind, she brings our consciousness down, and we get trapped and lost into this illusion. That is Mahamaya. And she works through three gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas. How we get trapped into this illusion? Through these qualities of gunas. Sometimes we are totally feel dull and lethargic, sleepy, not feel like doing anything. We get overpowered with tamas. And sometimes we get activated with rajas. All desires become strong and we tend to act, or we do all the karmas in our life as per our desires. And then sometimes sattva guna dominates. So how this is happening? Sometimes rajas, sometimes tamas, sometimes sattva. Sattva is we just feel at peace, we feel happy, we feel nice, we feel yes, let this continue all the time, but next moment it disappears and completely contrary, opposite we experience. So what is this happening? This is the play of these gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. Who is doing this? Mahamaya. Okay? So these three words are very important. Devi, Bhagavati and Mahamaya. Moha. What is this moha? This greed, this confusion, this delusion. We get lost into this, and she herself is doing this to us. Then, next verse. Durge smrita harasi. Now here, the tune of the verse will little bit change because it is in different meter. Durge smrita harasi bhiti mashesha jantoho. Durge smrita harasi bhiti mashesha jantoho. Swasthai smrita mati mati va shubhan dadasi. Here, shubham, there is anuswara. Shubham, ma sound of anuswara will change. Why? Because the next syllable is the. And whenever it is the, this ma sound of anuswara will change it to na. Shubhan dadasi, not shubham dadasi. Okay? Here there is a visarga, swasthaihi smruta. But because after the visarga sound, sa syllable has come, and because of that, visarga sound will change to sa. So I'm not going to say swasthaihi smruta, but swasthai smruta. Sa sound of visarga. Swasthai smruta mati mati va shubhan dadasi. Okay? Daridrya dukkha bhayaharini ka twadanya. Daridrya dukkha bhayaharini ka twadanya. Sarvopakara karanaya sadarda chitta. Whenever you see these S kind of signs, these are called as avagraha, or that sound is elongated further. Sadarda chitta. So this avagraha represents the a sound. A and a. Now this is ardra. Because it is a sound, there are two avagraha signs here. Sada, ardha, chitta. But instead of saying ardra, what we are saying? Sadardha chitta. That da sound is elongated little further. That means you are saying ardra. So when remembered, smruta, whenever you meditate or whenever you create the constant connection, anusandhana with Durga, what she does? Bhiti shesha jantoho. She removes fear from beings. Now, if I ask you, what kind of fear do you have? Anyone want to say anything? Have you got any fear? Fear of something?
I have fear of losing my own self.
Okay. Anyone else?
So lots of fear. Yes, yeah. But
Losing
just
yourself means losing this body, fear of death, right?
That, and I think the mental balance along with that.
Okay. So
Right.
your own inner
Inner self.
calmness.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
In inner
Okay.
peace, inner self, inner like inner calmness. Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So we all have different kinds of fears. Fear of losing good skin, fear of losing hair, fear of getting specs, fear of getting old, fear of, many things. Fear of getting diseases, fear of losing your family members, anything. So what Devi does, if you're remembering her, she will remove all the fears. Bhiti shesha jantoho. Janta here are the beings. From them, the bhiti, harasi, she removes. Swasthai smruta mati mativa shubhan dadasi. Mati mativa, ativa. So she represents all auspiciousness. Shubha. Shubha is what? Anything positive, anything auspicious. Now, whatever you want in your life, positivity, promotion, whatever you are seeking, whatever you are desiring, right? She will give in excess, not only what you are expecting, but beyond that. Swasthai smruta mati mativa shubhan dadasi. Devi, this word Devi, in that the root or the one of the syllable is the. The means who gives. In Marathi we say Deni, Datta, Devi. These are the forces or energies who always give, who always grant. Not in small quantity, but beyond your imagination, beyond your expectation. And then, Daridrya Dukkha Bhaya Harini Kattvadanya. Daridrya, poverty. Now, we only know the poverty in terms of money or wealth. But poverty is not only that. Poverty may be, if I have a desire of writing a book, but I have a poverty of lack of ideas, lack of creativity, lack of words, shabda sampada. If I want to start a business, but I feel the poverty, the lack of knowledge, the lack of skill. If whatever your goal is, but you feel something lacking in me, and I need to have or upgrade myself in that skill and talent, that is also poverty, isn't it? So that daridrya, that dukkha, suffering, afflictions can be anything. You have got some physical problems, some mental problems, some financial problems. Dukkha. And bhaya, again fear. We have discussed Harini. She removes your poverty, your dukkha, your bhaya. Sarvopakar karanaya sadarda chitta. Ardra, even in Shri Sukta, this word Ardra has come. And this is very much related to Devi. And there is Ardra Nakshatra as well. So this Ardra means what? Moist. Moist with what? Immense love and compassion. So the upasaks or the sadhak or the devotees who remember her, who are in constant connection with her, with devotion, with bhakti. Even that bhakti is sakama, means selfish desires, that's fine. No one is going to be on the path directly of highest state of devotion, that is nishkama bhakti. No, we are ordinary people here. We have certain desires and we want our kamanas, our vasanas to get fulfilled. So, out of her compassion and love towards her devotees, Sarvopakara Karanaya, her heart is always there. Like a mother. Her mother's all senses are directed towards whom? Her child. She knows the child's needs. She knows what child wants. So Devi is the universal mother. Not only the world we see, but there are thousands and thousands universe like this. In Saundarya Lahari, it is said, from the dust of Devi's feet, infinite numbers of Brahmandas being created. We know only our earth, our solar system, our universe, but there are infinite such, Brahmandas created. And she knows each and every child of hers. So from that compassion, she removes the bhaya, she removes the dukkha, she removes the daridrya, she grants you that skill, that talent, she gives the aishwarya, she gives the yasha, she grants the knowledge, the jnana, right? So this verse is all about how she takes care of her devotee and removes all the daridrya dukkha bhaya. The next one. I might go beyond 1 hour. Sometimes, this is going to happen. So if you have any other engagements, you are free to leave the call anytime. Sarvamangalamangallye Shive Sarvarthasadhike. The third verse. Sarvamangalamangallye Shive Sarvarthasadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. This is a very famous verse. We all know this. Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. But when we chant the verses by understanding its meaning, it gives us more results. Yeah? Sarva Mangala Mangalye. Whatever auspicious things you want in your life, Shive. The another name of Devi is Shiva or Shive. Even without Shakti, without Devi, Shiva is Shava. Why we always think about Lord Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, and they have got these 3 duties of creation, sustenance and dissolution. But why they are active in their form? If Devi principle is absent from Shiva, he becomes Shava. So without Shakti, because it's a dynamic force, nothing is going to function. Even Lord Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh do the worship of Devi. Right? That's why she is called as Shive. Sarvartha sadhike. Whatever you want to achieve, she will grant it. Sharanye, the one who comes in her refuge, in her, surrender himself or herself at her feet. Charana Kamala. Whenever one wants to meditate on a deity, the two places we can meditate, either Charana Kamala or Kamala Nayana, either at the feet or at the eyes. And they have been equated with the lotus flower, lotus feet or lotus shaped eyes of that deity. And hence, this surrender should be at the lotus feet of Devi Triambake. She has got 3 eyes. Is that a deformity? No. 2 eyes represent sun and moon, and the third eye, even we say the third eye of Shiva. Similarly, third eye of Devi is represented with the element fire, Agni. So she has the 3 eyes, Triambake Gauri, who is fair in complexion. Now, it's kind of a racism here, but fair or white color represents Sattva. Yeah, Sattva or white represents knowledge, Jnana, and represents Mukti. So that's why she is called as Gauri. Narayani. Ayana, again, who comes in her refuge, in her Sharana Avastha. Namostute. I am doing salutations, namaskara to that Narayani, to that Gauri, to that Triambake, to that Shive, who is going to grant me all Mangala Mangalye, whatever I desire for. Right? Very important verse. This single verse you can chant every day. Okay, now this first verse comes in the chapter 1 of Devi Mahatmya, if you just want to make note of it, and it is verse 42. Then the second verse comes in chapter 4 of Devi Durga Saptashati, and verse number 16, 4.16. Then this third verse comes in chapter 11, verse number 9, 11.9. And now comes verse number 4. Sharanagata Deenartha Paritrana Parayane. Sharanagata Deenartha Paritrana Parayane. Sarvasyarti Hare Devi Narayani Namostute. Sarvasyarti Hare Devi Narayani Namostute. Sharanagata Deenartha. Now the one who have come in her refuge, and those who are Deena. What are Deena? Which are helpless, which can be unlucky or unfortunate ones. Their destiny is such that they haven't got a house to live, no family. They are having complete what we can say, the worst kind of situations in their life. They are Deena. Paritrana Parayane. What is Paritrana? Even for such beings, she is the protector. Even in Bhagavad Gita, we have this verse, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. So those are the sadhakas, or those who are Deena. For them, She is a protector. Sarvasyatir Hare Devi. Now here, this kind of a hook represents the R sound. So the R sound will come before Ti. Sarvasyar Ti Hare Devi. Narayani Namostute. So here, Dina and Artha, Dinartha, the two types of people are there. Dina and Artha means again, those who have, caught up in many problems, they are affected, disturbed, unfortunate people for them. And Parayane. So she will protect them and she will take them under her guidance or protection. Sarvasya, like in all forms. She is there in all forms. Sarvasyati Hare Devi. She will going to protect and guide. And the next verse, so this shloka 4 comes in 11th chapter, number 11, 11.11. So you will see this Sharana word being repeated again and again. So what is the power of surrender? We always talk about, surrender, surrender your ego, surrender yourself. Why? Why there is a need to surrender? Unless and until we don't surrender, always remember, we are part of our own problems. And we feel that I have to overcome this problem. Yeah? Because I am the doer here. If I am doing the action, I am the boss of the action, and I am part of the problem. Then what is the role of Sharanagati? The entire existence of mine is surrender at the lotus feet of Devi. Means what? Now I am no more part of the problem, but I become the part of solution. I surrender means now she is going to take care of me in every way and in every aspect. So I will not, what happens, once we get stuck up in any problem, we get obsessed with it. We get attached with it. And in that frame of mind, it's very hard to find the solution. So at that moment, what we need to do with wholeheartedly and with full bhakti and devotion, you surrender yourself. So the Devi takes over. And she will take care of each and everything. But that bhava of Sharanagati should be honest and true. Not the pretend one or the fake one. Then it will not happen. So that is the importance of Sharanagati. Then the fifth verse, it's from 11th chapter, number 23, 11.23. Sarvaswarupe sarveshe sarvashakti samanvite Sarvaswarupe sarveshe sarvashakti samanvite Bhayebhyastrahino Devi Bhayebhyastrahino Devi Durge Devi Namostute Durge Devi Namostute. Sarva Swarupe, she is in all form. Sarva Shakti Samanvite. Sarva Shakti is what? Shakti is of three types. Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. Because you have desire. What is desire? It is nothing but that Shakti, that energy. Because of that, you are getting those desires. According to desires, you will seek knowledge that how I can fulfill these desires. Jnana Shakti, even that you need energy. The support of Shakti. And once you gain the knowledge, you need to act. You need to do action. And that is Kriya Shakti. So if you're thinking that everything is just happening like that, no. Behind each and everything, perceptible or non-perceptible, you know, known or unknown, these three Shaktis are active all the time. If one of these Shaktis decide not to be active in you, we are nothing. We can't even lift hand from here to here. This is Kriya Shakti. Why we are doing this divine chant activity? Ichha Shakti. We are seeking knowledge out of it. Jnana Shakti. Everything is the play of Shakti. You remove Shakti, everything will be static. We always talk about pure consciousness. That pure consciousness is static. And through our bodies, this consciousness is experiencing everything. So body is what? Why it is active? Because that pure consciousness is accompanied with Shakti. The Shiva is always in union with Shakti. And that's why it becomes dynamic. It becomes kinetic. Otherwise, no. So Shakti. Without Shakti, we can't do anything. Somewhere, somehow, if you're doing any practice, any sadhana, ultimately, that particular practice will bring you to Shakti Upasana. Remember this. Okay? And that is how Sarva Shakti Samanvite. Sarva Swarupe Sarveshe. Everything what you can think about, talk about, whatever, in all forms and ways and means, only this Shakti is active and nothing else. Bhayebhyas trahi no Devi. Bhayas trahi. What we do is, we keep on feeding our fears. Sometimes we take pride in our fears. So, to such Devi who is going to remove all types of fears and our attachment towards our fears and problems, to that Devi, to that Shakti, I am doing salutations. Namostute. And the next verse, the tune will change here again. It is in different meter. रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टा रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टा हृष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान् हृष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान् त्वामाश्रितानान्न विपन्नराणान् त्वामाश्रितानान्न विपन्नराणान् त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति. Few things to be noted as pronunciation rule. There are two types of sh. One is a sh from Shiva and one is sh from Dhanush or Vish. This next sh So both will not have same type of pronunciation, isn't it? Shiva and Vish, retroflex sh. So that type of pronunciation we need to learn and distinguish between these two sh. So in transliteration, the sh, Rogana she. So first sh, the s will have the slanting dot above it, and next sh with a dot underneath. Okay? She, sham. Now here Anuswara rule is Tvama Shrita Nam, but it is followed by na syllable. So Anuswara sound will become na itself. So a lot of na are coming together. Tvama Shrita Tan na Vipanna Rana na again, because after this Anuswara, again ta syllable is coming. So whenever it is after na, ta, the Anuswara becomes na. That is the rule. But here, ya shrayatam, the ma sound will remain. Natural sound of Anuswara will remain because the next syllable is pra. It will not change. Okay, let's do once again. Rogan sheshan apahamsi tushta rushta tu kaman sakalan abhishtan Tvamashritatan again Tvamashritatan vipannaranan Tvamashritaya shrayatam prayanti. So here, those who have got Rogan, what is Rogan? The different types of diseases, correct? Different types of diseases, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, or problems. Tushta. Now, if Devi is pleased with you, with your worship, with your sadhana, with your bhakti, she will remove all the problems. But if you are doing any bad karmas, ku-karma, in Bhagavad Gita, there are different types of karmas explained. Karma, vikarma, akarma. Right? But if you are into vikarma or ku-karma, instead of getting pleased, she will get angry on you. So all the demons like Mahishasura or Shumbha Nishumba or Chandamunda, they represent what? The bad karmas and what she did to them. The worst kinds of battles, worst kinds of battles she had with these demons. What is that? Rakta Bija is one of the demon. What was his quality or boon? Whenever the drop will, the drop of blood will be there on the floor, the next drop of blood will be created. And that's how this Rakta Bija was doing havoc in the world. And Durga Devi, killed such Bhayankara Asura. So Rushta, Tushta is getting pleased, but Rushta is getting angry. And once she, has that, or she becomes Rushta or unpleased with your actions, then you are gone. You are gone forever, right? So such actions we must be doing by which she should never get angry with. That fear should be always there within us, or that awareness, that mindfulness. Rushtatu kaman sakalan abhishtan. So she will do and fulfill all your desires, all the kaman, if you are doing right actions. Tvama shritanam na vipannaranam. Now those who come in her refuge, surrender her, obviously she is going to take care of them and protect them and guide them and bless them. But what happens to that devotee who comes in her refuge? The whole world out there, other people come in refuge of that devotee. Okay. So if you are going in Devi's refuge, over the period of time, what will start happening? People will seek your refuge. That powerful the action of surrender is. People will seek protection and guidance and wisdom from that devotee herself or himself. Tvama shritam ya shrayatam prayanti. That is the meaning of this line. So, and this verse I have mentioned, chapter 11, verse number 28. And then do the last verse. Sarva badha prashamanan. Again, na sound of anuswara. Sarva badha prashamanan. Trailokyasya khileshwari. Trailokyasya khileshwari. Evameva tvaya karyam. Evameva tvaya karyam. Asmadvairi vinashanam. Asmadvairi vinashanam. Sarva badha prashamanam. So all types of obstacles, problems will be prashamana, pacified. Trailokyasya Trailokya Akhileshwari. So she is the ruler of 3 worlds. Now, whatever way you want to think about, either Sattva Rajas Tamas, either Jagruta Avastha, Swapna Avastha, or Sushupti Avastha, means wakefulness, dream state, or sleep state, or your Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira or Karana Sharira, gross body, subtle body, causal body. She is the ruler of all 3. Or Bhu Bhuva Swaha, the earth, heaven, and the space. She is the ruler of 3 worlds. So such ruler of 3 worlds, Trailokya Akhileshwari, will remove all the obstacles, pacify you, or how if child is crying, how mother takes her closer, that child closer, pacify and make him or her stop crying, and with love and compassion she makes her very comfortable, very peaceful, happy. Same way as mother does to her child, same way this Jagadamba Akhileshwari takes care of her child. So if you don't have your physical mother or father, don't worry. She is there as a Jagadamba, universal mother, to take care of her devotees. Eva meva tvaya. So you are the goddess of all beings. Karyam asmadvairi vinashanam. So you are active in all beings. And how you are active? In removing, in destroying. Vairi means what? Enemies. Asma. Whatever my enemies are, you are going to destroy them. So if you are the devotee of Devi, what Devi will do, all your enemies will be destroyed. Not only in human beings, enemy can be in any form. Maybe your own pessimistic attitude is your own enemy. Or criticism, how you take criticism, or any type of negative thoughts, they are enemies. So what she will do? She will remove all the enemies. My asma vairi vinashini. Iti Durga Saptashloki Sampurna. Right? Harihi Om Tat Sat. So how we start any shloka? By remembering the lineage of gurus. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Then invocation mantras. And at the end of our sadhana, what shall we say? Harihi Om Tat Sat. That Om, that ultimate or the highest consciousness is Sat. What is the absolute reality? Is that highest consciousness. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Okay. So, any questions?
Okay, what was the chapter for that last verse 7?
Yes, that is 11th chapter, verse number 39. So, last few verses are from 11th chapter. 11.9, 11.11, 11.23, 11.28, 11.39. Yes, Aarti.
Hi, Ketki. Thank you so much. It's really, really nice. This might be a little silly question, Kiva. I might not have
No
paid
problem.
attention in the beginning, but this was Sri Durga Saptashloki. You mentioned about Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati in the beginning. So, are we going to do them separately as we go along? Was this mainly Durga, or is it part of? So, I'm just kind of finding it a little difficult to understand Devi Che Rupa, basically.
No, actually, here what I meant to say is, or what the stotra is saying is, that this Devi principle, Shakti principle, manifests in three forms. See, ultimately, there are two ways of this principle. One is Nirguna and one is Saguna, right?
Yeah.
Nirguna means what? It has no form. Now, if I want to understand that principle which has no form, it's very difficult, isn't it? Only advanced seekers or yogis or sadhakas can do that. Not everyone. If I want to do worship of someone, at least I should be able to see that principle.
Yes.
So here the principle is Devi or Shakti. Now, if you are on a path of Shiva Upasana, what is that energy manifesting as? Lord Shiva
Lord Shiva.
or Lord Vishnu, or it can be Lord Rama, Lord Krishna. There are hundreds of deities, correct?
Yeah.
Only for our understanding. Again, that highest principle comes one step down and manifest in one form.
Okay.
So here in Shakti Upasana, that principle is manifested in three forms: Mahakali,
Okay.
Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati.
Okay. And Durga?
So that's what. Durga is also one of, here Durga Saptashati. So Durga is that ultimate principle, and
Okay.
she has
Okay.
manifested into
Okay.
Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. Durga has got various forms. In
Forms. Okay.
Navratri, Nava
Yeah.
Durga.
Yes.
So Durga has various forms,
I'm
right?
with you. Yeah.
Brahmacharini and whatnot, those colors will come for 9 days, and 9 names of the Devis will come. So Durga has various forms.
So even Parvati or Shakti, is also form of Durga.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
From tantric point of view, Tantra Sadhana, Parvati is Mahakali. And
Okay.
from Mahakali, all the other forms have manifested. So Tara, Tripura Sundari,
Even Annapurna.
Annapurna is again another form.
Okay. Parvati's name?
Parvati's आहे.
Yeah, because we went to Varanasi just few weeks ago. So
Yeah.
there was Annapurna Devi's temple by this.
तिचाच फॉर्म आहे तो.
Hmm.
पार्वतीच अन्नपूर्णा आहे, पार्वतीच महाकाली आहे, पार्वतीच महालक्ष्मी आहे, पार्वतीच महासरस्वती आहे.
Okay. मग विष्णूची कोण? लक्ष्मी ती महालक्ष्मी.
हा, विष्णूची आपण आता जी म्हणतो ना, व्हॉट इज द डायनॅमिक फोर्स फॉर विष्णू. विष्णू स्वतः फक्त प्युअर कॉन्शियसनेस आहे, तो स्टॅटिक आहे, त्याला काहीच त्याच्या ओननी करता नाही येणार.
बरोबर.
म्हणून महालक्ष्मीला त्याच्याबरोबर जोडलेलं आहे. बिकॉज दॅट शक्ती इज देअर विथ हिम, ही कॅन ऍक्ट. करेक्ट?
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else? Any other questions?
Our next meeting?
Next meeting. Very good question. Let me check the calendar. February month.
14.
Oh my God, 14th February, Valentine Day. Let we express our love to Goddess. Will that be okay? That is the highest form of love we can say.
Thank you, Katie.
Yeah, 14th February. It will be. We'll stick to our thing. So second Saturday each month. So what do you need to do now? Contemplate on each verse, try to understand each verse, what it's trying to tell us. And if with that understanding we chant these stotra, in no time you will see difference in your being, in your personality, the way you think, the way you speak, the way you act, the way you behave, the way you react, the way you accept others' comments, the way we deal with others, the way we deal with ourselves. Everything will start changing. But don't have your focus on the result. As Krishna says, what we need to do is we need to do our duty with honesty, devotion. Yes, anything else, Aarti?
One more thing. When do you suggest we should?
So every Tuesday,
chant?
every Friday, or every Saturday, or if you want to do every day, no problem. But these are the days of Devi. Tuesday, Friday, or even Shanivar, that is fine. Or Purnima, Amavasya.
Okay.
Or any Ashtami comes, every month Ashtami comes.
Today is Ashtami.
Kalashtami, isn't it?
Yes.
Good day we started without planning. So Ashtami is a day. And during Navratri. Even during Diwali, Lakshmi Pujan or Tulsi Vivaha. You will now start more checking our calendar. What is the tithi, what is the nakshatra, whether it is Purnima, full moon, new moon, you can do on these days. And Devi will grant her blessings on you. And whatever you are seeking, whatever you are desiring, it will be fulfilled soon. So here we stop with a Shanti mantra. So close your eyes, adopt Chin Mudra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat.
Sorry,
Yes.
do we have to send the recite how we will recite?
Yes. You can send your audios just to know whether you are chanting them correctly or not. I can go through them and let you know. Now, from tomorrow, my Vedic chanting level 1 course is starting, where I teach Shanti mantras, teaching you the 6 rules of Veda chanting. So if you're interested, that goes for 8 weeks, every Sunday, 11 to 12. If you want to, learn that skill of chanting mantras, this is the course for you. Why it is important? Because the mantras have the immense power. We vibrate at a certain frequency, but the ultimate energy is vibrating at a different frequency or a higher frequency. Whenever we chant mantras, we align our frequencies to that highest one. So this is what the mantras does. Alignment of our energies with the highest one. So mantra is a beginning point here. May it be Vedic mantras or tantric mantras. So Vedic mantras are chanted with certain rules. You cannot chant the way you want. Whenever I hear Gayatri mantra on YouTube being sung in different tunes, I feel really bad about it. Because Gayatri mantra need to be chanted the way it is, right? So this is the course. I will just share the post on the group. If you're interested, you're more than welcome to join. It's starting from tomorrow, 11 to 12 UK time for 8 weeks. Okay. So thank you very much. I'm very happy to see you all here. And I hope you continue participating on these second Saturday of each month regularly till we finish all the 10 stotras from Durga Saptashati. So take care. Bye bye. Keep chanting this first stotra and enjoy it thoroughly.
Thank you, Shakti.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.